Not fighting is weird.
They fight with their words.
I mean, what you supposed to do at 7 a.m.?
True.
You're supposed to be fighting, man.
Maurice times is different, bro.
Yeah, like we used to get in the fights all the time. Yeah, I won't fighting. I might cause the fight.
You threw a
I
chair.
might instigate.
This man just threw a chair.
Well, a
and
lot
then
of
just
times
started
people wouldn't
brawling.
fight me. I was just like too big as a kid, so I didn't realize the power I held back then. But a lot of times people wouldn't fight, like because I'd buck up and be like, "What's up, nigga?" And then nobody would fight me.
He don't want to fight doing the hootie hoop.
You said it like Stinkminer too. Stinkminer.
Nigga.
That's why you got kicked in your shit, nigga.
Boondocks is great. Oh god.
Did you say your mouth is great?
Boondocks.
No. He said
Oh, I'm
Boondocks.
sorry.
I'll vouch for him on
Pause.
this one. Normally I'd be like, nah. He said his mouth.
Pause. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, a couple episodes ago, he was like, "I got a what do you say? I got a sensitive mouth."
Who said that?
You.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
Run
Do
it
not
back.
recall.
Run that back. If he ever goes to
Right.
jail.
Yeah, I can't go to jail. I'm telling you.
Inmate 483. Sensitive
They
mouth.
trying to find the motive.
I've already decided I can't go to jail because I'm either going to get more time for killing myself or killing somebody else in
I
self-defense.
don't think you get time for killing yourself, bro. you
for
ended
defending
it.
myself.
You get time served.
I'm weak.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if it was like generational, or it's like if your person doesn't serve out the time, it goes to your kid?
Sorry, kid, your dad killed
That's
himself
an
in
anime.
jail.
I'm just saying that would prevent crime.
Yeah,
that would prevent
maybe
crime.
you got a lot of selfish people out there, bro.
I don't know. If I knew, well, true, that's a good point. There'd be that one person be like, I ain't got to worry about it.
Yep.
Like, fuck them kids.
Oh my God. Why'd the Drake thing come in my head when you said that?
Money for fun.
Yeah.
I need a Max Ween.
I need a
I need the Max Ween. But yeah. Welcome to the next episode of Brotaku Block. Gym Leader Brock here. The full cast is here today. We have the Mighty Mauricio.
Hola.
Prince Petty. He's here, I assure you.
I'm here. I'm just not. Hi.
I feel like every week it's like I'm over it. And Tifzilla, aka any more of this in my Tokyo Tower is gonna light up.
Whoa, pause.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna get to it.
All right, buddy. We were just talking about finger popping, so.
Finger popping each other's assholes.
Yeah.
Y'all were talking about.
Sir, you just said your Tokyo Tower was gonna light up. That's an innuendo if I never heard one.
I mean, but it's not in reference to y'all finger potting booty holes.
Don't say y'all. It was Maurice specifically.
Whoa! I ain't finger popping nothing. Mighty Mauricio don't do that.
You said for some money you would.
That's where the mighty comes from.
He said, I need that Max Ween. What's been going on in the world? Mighty Mauricio.
Not finger popping booty holes.
He needs an intro song for that.
But speaking of, though, actually, you just reminded me of something. No, I can't talk about that.
All right, back to the Avatar then.
This Avatar news has been like funny and sad at the same time, if it's true at all. But they're making some changes that some of them could probably be like okay, but some of them are kind of like, why? Why are you doing this? Like the guy, I guess one of the creators was saying, ever since he watched Avatar, he wanted to be able to see the final fight between the Fire Nation and the Airbenders, and we're like, what? No, the whole point is that, Aang sees the aftermath. Like you don't want to see the actual fight. Like what's
Right.
yeah. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna take away some of Sokka's sexism because we don't need that. It's not necessary in this time of day. And it's like, but that's how they free Aang because he's telling Katara what she can and can't do, and she's like, nah, fuck you, and she gets emotional and pops the shit open. Like some shit they're taking out. Just kind of like, all right,
That's also like the character growth though. So
Yeah.
he doesn't stay that way.
yeah, exactly. When he goes to meet the Kyoshi warriors and they beat his ass,
Exactly.
like all that's going to be meaningless now unless they're taking that out too. It's going to be interesting.
Huh.
I'm like, what else are you gonna do? But there's a whole laundry list of things that like it looks good visually so far, but it's kind of making me think
Yeah.
like, huh.
It's always interesting when people feel the need to like clean up stuff that kind of added to y'all's point, like character development. And it's like, I mean, there's a way to go about that, but getting rid of it completely is kind of, unless you want to rewrite the whole character and like their purposes and stuff like that, that's the only way that really works. You can't just take out key moments and like reasons for why they do things
Right.
without having to redo the whole motivations for like the show.
And I think the thing I saw was that this is a remix, not a remake, which I was like, oof, I don't like that.
Yeah, it sounds dumb.
I can see why they left.
Hey man, just a remix.
Or like an OVA, not an OVA, but like a fanfic.
Yeah, it's literally a fanfic.
Yeah.
And then of course my other age old problem is that which funny enough, I didn't think they made our Water Tribe kids brown enough compared to the show. And then they had the whole controversy with Homeboy not being actually Native American. But in his
Wow.
defense, if we found out that it was just America's racism and his tribe was not registered because only like 12 registered anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. It's a whole history thing too. Y'all should look it up. But only certain tribes are allowed to register back in the day.
It's a
So,
really good episode of the podcast. Stuff you should know.
mhm.
Look up the Native American episode.
Yeah.
They explain all of that.
So you remember when you were in school and everybody said they were Cherokee and we would laugh at them just like, nigga. But, they might have been telling the truth. They really might have had a grandma, grandpa, somebody far enough back that really was from a tribe, but they weren't registered because America. So now they're just lost in the wind.
What their hair look like though?
No,
Blonde.
yeah, because for me in this area, which I won't name, a lot of the kids, black or white, were claiming that shit, and it's like y'all all can't be Cherokee. But anyway, that kid actually probably is for real something else, but he was getting shit on by the internet because no one could find his tribe name on the internet. And it's like, yeah, dude, because they never got registered because America. So I guess that's the one positive for the movie is that they're using the actual people of color and not the guy from Twilight.
Yeah.
You didn't like M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar?
M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar pissed me off so bad, bro.
They didn't even call him Aang, wouldn't they? Didn't they call him something else?
Wrong.
Ong.
Ong.
And you had to do all this extra like hand dancing to get your moves out. I was like,
That was around the time Xbox Connect came out.
the movie podcast gonna need a whole episode on that one, and I want to be the celebrity guest. But it'll probably get canceled after that, Tiffzilla.
The celebrity guest.
I think Tiff only does good movies for the most part, though, right?
Facts.
We do bad movies sometimes, but
When you want to show them the bad movie, let me know because that one is.
What are you gonna say about him being a celebrity?
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's not him being a celebrity. It's him being the least member of the group on the least episode. So it would be him being a guest.
Yeah. That's my whole point. I'll if I got to go in the bathroom at work and hide so I can be on that episode.
Why would they be recording during work hours?
You never know. I work a lot. I just absolutely hate that movie. Like I hate that movie with a passion.
Just don't fart when you're in the toilet. The mic will pick it up. So, what's been going on in current anime news?
Only got two things. Ain't not much happening. First is Konami establishes their own anime studio with Yu-Gi-Oh's 25th anniversary anime short, but they plan on doing more stuff in the future.
Yu-Gi-Oh's that old?
Everything's that old. We're that old.
Right?
That's fucked up.
You grew up on it. Like, yeah, it's old.
Oh.
So
That's kind of cool, though. I'm excited.
it's called Konami Animation, and the tagline is "Add anime to Konami."
What?
Anyway,
Maybe they just
yeah,
translated badly.
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully. But yeah, they plan on doing more in the future. Okay, and my second thing I just realized isn't what I thought it was. I thought it said we're getting a new Astro Boy manga. No, it's called Astro Baby, and I don't know what that is. So, my bad.
Okay.
Dyslexia strikes again.
So it's not Astro Boy's baby. It's just Astro Baby.
Yeah, it's Astro Baby.
I think one other thing that came up this week too is the Woman King is working with some anime studios to make that into an
Viola
anime.
Davis's production company is gonna get into
Yeah.
producing black anime. So not
Yeah.
real anime. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And I think the art is also involved with that.
I'm sure Michael B. Jordan is as well.
Dark.
All right.
Why didn't they just call it black animation? Because champagne is not champagne if it's not made in champagne.
You know, it's a good point, but it's probably one of those things where like they missed the audience with it.
Mm. I mean, it's fair. Look, I get it. I'm not gonna gatekeep anime. I'm not fucking Japanese, but
Yeah.
I'm a gatekeeper.
He's gonna be at the Torii gate like, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's anime, not anime. It's like Pokemon or Deer.
hey yo,
Your cartoon shall not pass.
We'll allow you on the council, but we won't give you the
Rank of master.
I will say that for me, that's where the line is. So obviously, anime is animated, right? It's all animated, whether it's a cartoon or it's anime. But well, yeah. So anime itself, aside from being from Japan, even the way that it's put out, like the way the episodes go,
Yeah.
most
Yeah,
cartoons
it's-
don't fit that mold.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it just because if this is your first time listening to us, and you're like, "Oh, Tiff gatekeeps," I see that. What I compare it to is rap, like any or not even just rap, but just black music in general, right? Like, yeah, K-pop is essentially singing R&B, and you know it's obviously taken from black music. But do we are we still calling it black music? Because they don't call it black music either. But you know, its
Nika.
structure and everything is black music.
And
So
and to your point, they don't call it black music, despite having black producers, black choreographers, black stylists helping them make their brand. But you know, it's not black music though. But you know the worst part about all of that is the niggas, specifically niggas, the niggerettes that
Sir.
watch. No, listen, because they will say, "I've seen this shit." They love K-pop and be like, "Oh, I fucking hate rap. I don't like hip hop." But it's taken from hip hop and R&B. So what are you saying, ma'am?
These are
Sir?
the times I wish your camera was on.
you know what? It's just him go.
Yeah.
You know what? Leave that in because they don't listen to this shit no way.
I mean, what they gonna do? You can't fight me on that one. I'm sorry. I'll take that one. I'll stand on that one. You can't fight me on that.
I'll stand on that one with you
You know in
because
your heart of hearts you don't like rap, but you
Yeah.
listen to K-pop. Get out my fucking
Yeah.
face.
especially like if you like their fashion, it's like they're stealing 90s black fashion. Like that's not like they didn't
Yeah.
really make some of that stuff. They just saw the style of that era from black people and just adapted it.
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
they did not create that.
Having said that, I'm not going to say I'm mad at them specifically.
Oh, no, they
it's
can do
not
their
of
thing.
one person. Because like didn't like BTS donate to like Black Lives Matter and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
at least like it. I don't know how genuine it is, but at least there's like
There's a little bit of
level
balance.
of of
acknowledgement, right?
Yeah, especially at that level. I see like when you see them pop up at like award shows and stuff, and like there's a shit. Remember when BTS was like bopping the New Edition? And I was like, okay, at least there's clearly some level of respect, whether or not they say it or whatever. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. But it's the same. It's like it's the other way. It's a two-way street, right? Like that's why if you are into black music, you probably could get into K-pop too because it's the same shit. But
Yeah.
like,
It's the same
yeah,
shit.
You just
yeah.
put your own little spin on it, and that's okay.
I remember one time we were at my wife's aunt's house, and her husband he was talking about something, but it was the TV was on, and like some K-pop concert like came on the screen, whatever channel it was, and he was talking about, let's say he was talking about like mangoes, right? And he like mid breath, mid sentence, he was like, "Yeah, mangoes this, mangoes that." Then people wish they were black, and I'm never gonna forget.
Bro, the thing is, the problem is never in Asia. It's always in America. Because I went to Japan and walked into a club and dude was DJing old school hip hop. By old school, I mean like golden era '90s and early 2000s. Them motherfuckers saw me and grabbed me and pulled me in their circle. Like they knew what time it was. They knew that that I was the black man from America and that hip hop started in America. So they were gonna give me like my props, even though I didn't have shit to do with hip hop.
Yeah, you just specifically talking about the black folk who love K-pop but don't fuck with black music, and it's like we see you.
Yeah.
That's that dude that we saw in Japan that ran away from us.
Yeah. Because isn't that the funniest thing? Meanwhile, you don't like the thing it came from, like the origin, and they're over there loving the origin and adapting it to their
That's
own.
because it's a fetish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, speaking of
I'm not be ranting about this too long.
Right.
Well, look, this last thing. Speaking of getting ignored when you say hello in foreign countries to other black people, our cosplayer friend, I won't say their name because I don't know if they want to be put in that light right now, but they went to Japan.
Don't associate it with the podcast who started out about talking about finger plucking buckholes, whatever the hell you're.
I mean, I get it.
Finger popping.
I get it.
Ron.
Finger popping.
Finger popping.
But no, they went to Japan with some friends and said the same shit happened. They, smiled and nodded at the other black person walking past them and said they turned their whole ass head like, "Don't look at me, nigger." How dare you speak to me?
You nigga-san.
I will say, to be fair, we had more positive reactions than negative, but the negatives definitely stuck out when it came to bouncing into other black people over there.
Oh!
They met Mr. Brown or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Mr. Huntley.
Mr. Huntley. Yeah,
They said
they met him.
They met Mr. Huntley.
They met the same dude we met in the subway.
Yeah,
like the description was so close that if it's not him, then there's another black man stuck in Japan
with the same story.
Same story.
Same story.
Like I think he's just like a magical Negro that pops up when you're tired on your trip. You got 2 days left and you want to go home. And he pops up and he's like, "Hey, it's gonna be okay, because guess what? You get to go home."
Now that I think about it, I don't think anybody else was looking at him.
Nope. We were just talking, and people didn't know why we were talking to the air.
Oh wow!
Yep, I really think he was like a magical Negro spirit. Mr. Huntley been dead for 30 years.
He just ride the Yamanote line.
Yep. Well, Prince Petty gonna see him next month.
Exactly, Prince Petty. Let us know if you see Mr. Huntley-kun.
Damn, I definitely missed him in October. It's probably because I was
well, we saw him in Osaka, right?
No, it was Tokyo.
It was Tokyo?
Yeah.
You might see him then. Get on the Yamanote line, just ride the circle. And look, just like what it is, he's gonna walk up to you smiling. If you acknowledge him, he's real.
Yeah, he's gonna take his hat off. Be like, "Oh my word, do my eyes deceive me?"
I can't wait.
You have to
just know you're safe.
Yeah.
He's one of the good yokai.
It's like the Lion, the Witch, in the Wardrobe.
I'm gonna take a picture of him, and it's gonna be an empty screen.
A whole Reddit thread called Huntley sightings. Magical Negro in Japan.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's exciting.
That was a good
Now I'm
one.
gonna make an anime about it.
Hey,
But it'll just be black animation.
It's about the same.
Yeah, you can't call it anime.
Full circle.
Wow.
Oh man.
Oh, dead.
Damn. I guess we get back to anime.
So, new season of winter anime. What have y'all been watching?
Look, man, I'm watching a lot, but only things that are standing out are Undead Unluck, which is, I guess, is technically continuing. And
You didn't even hear the beginning of the conversation. We said we're not going to talk about that.
He
No.
100% just ignored all that shit. Said, "I'm gonna say what I
no, I
want."
set that up for a reason
This man.
because
Okay. What's the next one?
I'm not going to go into detail about it. We already talked about it enough. I'm just saying that
Okay.
it's sticking out compared to the other stuff. Ishura is not bad, but I'm not like pressed to watch it. I noticed because I keep forgetting about it.
That's on Hulu, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just that it's still trying to build the world, but I think the pace and the way they're doing it is making me like not like
Lose interest, I
pressed.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I see it's there, I'll go watch it. But like today, this morning, I was trying to catch up on Undead Unluck, and I watched that first, even though Ishura's newer.
Okay.
But the standout for me so far this season,
Bucchigiri.
aside from Solo Leveling, which is so far so doing pretty good for me.
Oh, wait. I forgot. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Aside from that, Chain Soldier.
Yeah.
And I hate
started
that
it yet.
I hate it. I hate that I like it, but I mean it's good.
You knew what time it was. That's all you watch.
You're going to have to like don't spoil or nothing, but I'm just tell me about the first episode at least because I need to start it.
All right, I can do that. I just had to tell somebody without spoiling the other day.
Yeah.
This is easy. So it's kind of like Solo Leveling where these portals pop up
Mm-hmm.
and shit can come out. Except instead of everybody being able to fight the stuff that can come out, women are the only ones who gain powers from these peaches you can eat that come from that world. And
wow.
they've set up little like squadron houses that are force field protected in this like hellscape demon world kind of place. And you follow this guy who I forgot what happened. I think he tripped or got pushed or something. He fell into the hole to like the little portal, which happens. It happens all the time, but usually they come and save you. Well, for whatever reason, that day it was taking kind of long, and he was like, "Oh shit, like, what I'm supposed to do?" The rule book says sit your ass down and wait for help because they know you're there. So help arrives, they help him, and then the commander of that squadron sends everybody away, and she finds out. Well, it's in the title. This part's not a spoiler. Her power changed soldier is to make something her slave.
Yeah.
So she uses the monsters. But when she sends the team away and she's talking to Homeboy, more monsters show up. And she's like, oh, fuck, my little monster I got's not strong enough. And he's like, yo, I don't want to die. How can I help you? He was like, I know I don't have any powers. Can I do anything? And she's like, I don't want to really use this on you, but I mean, I guess we can see what happens. She uses her power on him. He makes like a super version of the monster thing. He defeats everything, and then she's like, look, you can quit your job and stay here. You'll be our house slave, but I mean, you know, it's cool. You're just cooking and cleaning and got to deal with some women. And he was like, all right, bet. The part I won't spoil for you is the consequence of her power.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. I'll leave it there. Yep.
All right.
You ending your turn?
Huh? What you say?
I said, are you ending your turn?
Yes.
He said, "Do you end your turn? Did you finish all your moves?
And
You
with
done?
that, I place my card
Yeah.
face down and end my turn.
You tap all your mana."
Who next?
I guess I can go next. I have a lot that I started, but I'm not all caught up on everything. So let me see. I think we have all, for the most part, talked about Solo Leveling. I'm caught up on that. It's been pretty good so far, but it's kind of slow pacing. It gives me like it's definitely a fantasy RPG type thing, and even with the prompts that come up, it reminds me of Final Fantasy a lot. Like literally, I wouldn't be surprised if the creator who loved Final Fantasy and just kind of made this. Because kind of the vibes it gives me. So I don't know. At least that's my take on it. I'm kind of waiting to see it pick up more. He threw a sword and it was pretty cool, but that's pretty, yeah. Do you have any thoughts about it, Keith, so far, or Prince
Um,
Petty, I should say?
I'm caught up. I don't. I think I told you my grief with the first like 3 episodes, where it was like I felt like they were dragging everything out and everything was a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Episode 4 wasn't a cliffhanger. Episode 5 was a cliffhanger, so they went back to the same shit. I got my hopes up for 1 week. I guess the only difference with this cliffhanger is because he has quote unquote leveled up. It's the stakes aren't as high, so it's kind of like I'm just waiting for him to like one shot everybody at this point. So I can see that getting somewhat repetitive, where it's like you can only keep going back and forth through the same thing. Where it's like it's gonna be like he'll level up, become stronger, and then he's in hiding as well. So I don't know. I can see the hype, but I can also see how it's gonna be boring as fuck because it's that same
yeah.
formula.
It just feels like it's meant to be a very long, drawn show. Like
Yeah,
it's giving you the vibe of like a Final Fantasy game. Like the story might be really compelling, but you have to also take the grind with the story.
exactly. Which I don't mind the grind. Like the grind is entertaining. That's probably the part of the anime I do like because it's entertaining to watch him actually
Yeah.
level up. But the whole going into a dungeon and then just kind of like either hiding or one-shotting enemies is the boring part for me, and then everybody just being in awe of the shit that he can do because he's
Yeah.
still ranked so low.
Yeah. And then on top of that, we haven't really gotten anything large about the world, how he got his power. Like, it's kind of like nothing. Maybe in a couple episodes, we'll get like a reveal, maybe, or something to
Yeah,
kind of give us like
I
the
mean,
bigger plot.
yeah, because this is only slotted for 12 episodes, right? And we're on episode 5,
Yeah. So,
so
like, something needs to happen for it to be more
yeah.
drawn out.
I don't like. I know this
Um,
is going to be a lot of people's like anime of the season, not us specifically, but everybody else, because this is the only like hype anime for this season,
yeah.
I think. Or at least that's how it's coming off. Like it's been the ranking and ratings have been high every week. I haven't looked at the my top 10 anime of the past 2 weeks to see if it's still up there, but I know the first 2 weeks it was like number one. So we'll see.
Wow. That's so crazy. But yeah, we'll see. I don't hate it, so I don't want anyone to think that I don't like the show. I think it's good. I think it is entertaining enough to keep you invested, but it's like not progressing. I think that's what, to our point, is giving the worry. Is like, okay, what next? You've done this already. Is there someone gonna die? What's the next thing? Or kind of just like waiting for the next thing at this point to progress the story, progress something. It's a slow crawler. Something that I think only I've watched this so far is Sasaki and Peeps. That shit, it shocked me. I
How so?
I was watching a YouTube video. This guy was giving his recommendations, which I usually take with a grain of salt. I was like, all right, cool. I'll watch an episode. And essentially, it's a businessman who is very much over his office life, and something tells him, I'm going to get a pet. He goes to the pet store. He sees a bird. The bird's like, chirp, 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 and it looks all cute. And I don't know if the bird talks to him there or not, but something draws him to the bird, and he buys the bird. He takes the bird home. Once he takes the bird home, the bird's like, yo, my name is so and so, and I'm like a mage. And the guy's like, you're not talking to me. That's crazy. And the bird's like, I'm so and so, and I'm a great mage. Are you gonna help me?
Damn, that's like that the A24 trailer that just dropped about the girl and the parrot.
No, yeah, like for real. Like, so then the dude's like, oh crap, okay. So far it's a fantasy. Like it's this mage that was turned into a bird. We don't know why. Well, we know why, but you'll find out if you watch it. Who's a bird, and he's in this world, and he comes from a different world, and it's just them and their like partnership, and him having a pet. He feeds the bird and everything.
I get it,
Like,
peeps.
Yeah. He names the bird Peeps, even though the bird has a real ass name.
Yeah, no, that's slavery.
I would name the bird Peeps too.
But like the bird relies on him in his world because I mean he's a bird. Like he can't be just doing magic shit in his world. And you know the bird takes him to his world, and then he does stuff in that world. So he's trying to make more money, in both worlds, and other stuff happens. But yeah, it's just fantasy fun. Like it's a little bit of comedy. There's a bunch of action in it. I'm not going to spoil it too hard, but like they throw in some other elements of other shows in it that really threw me, and they even make fun of one of my favorite shows with it that really threw me. I was like, only I would appreciate this level of joke, because one, I love that exact show you're making fun of, and two, there's a crazy thing that you said about that. So and you all would probably appreciate it too, because you know what show I'm talking about. You just have to get to that scene to see the full reward for that joke.
Gotcha.
I just looked it up. The A24 movie is called Tuesday, starring Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld.
Yep, that one.
Or Veep. A mother and her teenage daughter must confront death when it arrives in the form of an astonishing talking bird.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
Bro.
Yeah. I saw that trailer the other day, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. It actually looks like it's gonna be sad though. So I'm gonna go watch it in
Aw.
theaters.
Yeah, so this one's not sad yet, at least. I'll tell you that much. A little bit more lighthearted than Death as a Bird, but yeah, I think his name's Pierre Carlo. I wrote it down for some reason. So yeah, I recommend this show so far. I'm like 5 episodes in, and it's a fun fantasy, and it draws other elements of other shows that I feel like is in a tasteful way so far. It's not detracting from the main story; it's just adding to it. Versus when I watched Oshi no Ko, and I was like, why are we all the genres at once? Where do I look?
I just have to surrender myself to that and just go with the flow.
Yeah, just go with the
we
crazy.
laughing right now? All right. Are we being serious right now? We talking about suicide? All right, okay. Laughing again? All right. Just floating down that river.
Right. The next one that I watched, and I think I'm fully caught up on, is The Witch and the Beast. Has anyone else been watching that one?
Only the first episode.
Okay.
So that's crunchy?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the one where the girl is a beast that is the perfect enemy for witches, because her whole goal is to kill witches, because that's the only way to get rid of her curse that made her that beast. I think they say all that in the first episode, so I'm not saying anything special. And then the witch that she travels with carries the coffin so that they can put the dead witches or the witches in the coffin. So that's why there's a coffin. And they're a part of a
race trader. You don't got to answer that question. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna get to it later.
I don't think they've said anything about that yet, but okay. They're a part of like this magical. Let's call it like a police agency, because their goal is to like rein in witches and magical shenanigans. So like when there's like a human city, there's a witch going crazy, killing people. They're supposed to go in, kill the witch, stop the crazy.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of like their order's purpose, and they're not the only ones in it. They're just this set of people, because there's other episodes of other people in it that are more particular for their skill set. So that's the overarching thing of the show. She's trying to kill a witch because she wants to get rid of the power. There's only 3 ways to stop that. It's either you kiss the love of your life or something like that. You have the witch reverse it or something. I think that's the other one. And then the third one is you kill the witch. And she has no idea who the witch is, like at all. So there's out there just killing witches, praying for the best.
Damn.
Yeah, like they're just hoping they find the right one, because they don't have any idea or any clues on who it is that cursed her. The opening's pretty crazy. There's like super guitar in it. And yeah,
crazy good.
Yeah, I liked it. It's pretty heavy metal.
Okay.
And yeah, it's I wrote for some reason FUBU. So I think there's a phrase that they say in it where it's like for magic, by magic, with magic or something as part of their agency. And that cracked me up. But yeah, I like it so far. It's dark. It's very to the point. It's kind of detective-y, but magic based. So yeah, I like it so far.
I can get down with that.
Another one that I have started, but I'm not fully caught up. I think I'm on like episode 3. Is A Sign of Affection.
I thought I was going to be the only one that had that on my list.
Yeah, it's good.
What is that?
It's a romance anime, so I don't know if you would watch it. It's like if you take out the
Nah.
depression from A Silent Voice.
Yeah,
Well, I like the silent voice, so maybe I will watch it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Tina's enjoying it.
the way to think about it is A Silent Voice is the perspective of me watching someone who's deaf. This is the perspective of a deaf person. Like there's literally moments in the anime where it's silent, and it's like because they are silent and they're like hand signing.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and people around them are
Oh,
like,
a sign of affection.
affection. Yeah,
there you go. So like there's people that are in her life that are like learning how to sign to like be able to proper communicate. They're looking out for her in like social settings to make sure that she knows what's going on. Like one of the things that happens is that she gets someone comes up from behind her and taps her on the shoulder, and it startles her because she obviously cannot hear that. And the friend tells that person, hey, you should stop coming up from behind her because she wouldn't know that you're doing that. You're scaring her, as like a yo, that's not cool. So there's even like those interactions where it's like, damn, that's like,
Something to think about. Yeah.
yeah, but like it truly shows the perspective and like respect of someone who like has to go through that through the day and day. And then there's the love interest thing that's going on. I guess like a love triangle. I haven't caught up yet to the
with the
most recent
genius that
episodes.
fucking speaks 100 languages. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm invested. Like one, the story is good enough. Like just following her day to day is good enough.
Yeah.
Like I want to know more. I'm involved. But then the love triangle situation is cool too because they're also wanting to get to know her and be a part of her world or her universe. I think that's what the main dude said.
Oh, it's let me be a part of your world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's a bar.
That's what Ariel said.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're
Okay.
right.
Maybe he stole the bar.
Yeah.
Maybe he stole
Mhm.
it.
Well, he speaks English, so he probably watched it in English. So
Damn.
He does speak like 7 million languages.
oh man, so he speaks German, English. He's learning Spanish. He knows Chinese
Yeah.
or Mandarin, and he's learning sign language.
One of the scenes was like he was talking in a different language, and she was like, "I know he's speaking, but it's not a language I know."
Yep.
So,
Bruh.
if you want a wholesome anime, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's definitely love.
And it's dubbed too.
Okay.
So I stand that one.
I might watch that when I want to feel good.
Yeah.
So after the episode,
Oh, and another thing I love that they do is they use text bubbles because she texts a lot because obviously she can't, So that was pretty cool too. I like how they use that in the animation.
it's just like us going in foreign countries and using Google Translate.
Facts.
Oh yeah, I need to keep that in mind.
Metallic Rouge. I think I'm on episode 3 on this one too, 3 or 4. But this one was that one that Tip was like, "Yeah, I think this is my jam," and I started watching it, and I'm like, "I get it. It's definitely artsy, but I get it." Like, I want to know more about the universe. I want to know more about why we're doing what we're doing in the show. I need to know.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and they didn't answer any questions. But
Nope.
I'm already like, oh my god, look at the design of that plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fighting is pretty good. Like I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, that jank was epic, and they had the freaking operatic music playing and all that. That was okay, going in.
It gives me another show that's kind of like detective-y mystery vibes because we're trying to figure out stuff. Futuristic universe. They're on Mars, or I'm trying to remember. Like, are they on Mars, or is it?
Yeah, they're on Mars.
Okay, so they're on Mars. I want to know more about the drug, and because they're obviously selling it to humans when it's not for humans because it's like a drug to them.
And then the AI are dying because they don't have it.
Yeah, like the AI have to take one shot a day
Like
to
Ozempic.
survive. Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hey yo.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well.
Like in that first episode when them two dudes were just like they stole that man's shot.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I was like, how you gonna steal a black man's shot? You gonna die.
Well, technically, they stole her shot, and then he gave her.
And he gave her his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But-
Couldn't be me.
Yo. I'm just saying. There a Black History Month? I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't click with me what you just said. Oh, you don't got your shot? Dang.
Mm. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I took mine this morning. Wow.
I'm gonna be praying for you though.
Right. You be in my heart.
Yep.
But yeah, I love it so far, and I love the dynamic that the two main girls have.
Yeah. Funny. Do you remember when we first did this on the preview episode, and they're like, "Oh, the black girl named Naomi."
Yeah.
Yeah, the black girl's name. I was weak because I was like, "Watch it be the opposite." Nope.
Nope, they did it.
Funny.
I'm weak. But yeah, I'm loving the tech girl, and then I don't even know how to describe other girl.
Android girl.
Yeah.
Crimson Red.
Yeah.
I think the fight music's just pretty crazy too, actually, and the intro for this one. So that kind of drew me in too.
I don't think the first episode had the intro, so I'm okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see it next time.
Next one. Yeah.
I was literally watching it before we started recording.
Oh, okay. So it's fresh. Yeah, watch the next one today.
Okay.
Delicious and Dungeon would be the next one on my list.
I keep wanting to watch that, and I keep forgetting.
It's on Netflix, bro. So
I
easy.
blew through the first 5 episodes in one sitting.
And they're killing it because it's like the dub is coming out as fast as the sub.
Yeah, you literally could just put it on.
I've been watching my cocaine drama, but I'm gonna watch it.
So that's funny because you probably on your way to start your cocaine drama,
And you pass
probably
it.
see the ad for it.
Facts.
Yeah, I did the first episode, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this.
It's
I'm
like I
gonna go
got
back to
time
this.
for anime later. I need to watch
Drugs.
Sofia Vergara and these Colombian girls.
Pretty much. I'm gonna get back on it though.
But yeah, I'm loving it. Like it's such a funny spin on something that's been done over and over and over again.
It's the breath of fresh air for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
sure. Like seeing them eat something new every episode is killing me.
And then the whole ogre race class thing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
The only thing that throws me for a loop is, does he expect his sister to be alive? This dragon ate her like 3 weeks
That's
ago.
what I'm thinking. Like, what's the pacing?
Like,
Like,
does-
are they losing days here? Like,
Maybe that'll be the funny part at the end.
Does the dragon have air in his stomach for her to breathe? Like, does he not have stomach acid? What's happening?
but they did allude to the fact that it like digests super slow.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I missed that line.
She good. She
Yeah.
just chilling.
Shit, if it's pacing like Solo Leveling, it's gonna be a fucking 4 or 5 year arc.
Right. They got 100 floors to go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Especially if they keep stopping to eat.
Yeah. Well, we got hungry on the way.
Right.
Each floor.
I can only imagine the season ending is like them eating the dragon and it has like her insides on it.
Ooh.
Damn. Oh, that's
It's a
dark.
dark comedy.
But,
Yeah.
so is that dude? Is he a human or a dwarf?
He's a dwarf. Otherwise, the ogres wouldn't fuck with him.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it too.
It's been fun. The writer for that one also wrote for Metallic Rouge and Carol on Tuesday, by the way, which I thought was
That
really
makes sense.
Oh,
interesting.
neat.
I can see that.
I get it. So the writer for the dude you're talking, or person you're talking about,
Mhm.
they did 2 Mars shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. That makes sense. I think it's the anime writer, not like the writer, like not the
I got
manga
you.
writer.
Like
Yeah.
a screenwriter.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense that they did the Mars shows. The director did Darling in the Franxx, Little Witch Academia, and Brand New Animal.
Yeah,
as well as
it's a trigger anime. Yeah.
I wouldn't take Darling and the Franks as credit for anything. I'd be like, hey, can you take that off my IDBM?
Damn.
The next one that I only watched one episode, and I wish I watched more, but just time, is Mashle.
Mashle, yeah, 1 episode. Same as you, bro.
I'm gonna figure out how to say this because I love that we keep flip flopping.
It's Mashle.
It's Mashle. The character's name is Mash.
Yeah, but it's the anime is pronounced Mashle. It's not Mashle. I was calling it Mashle when it first came out too.
But that's the thing, both of y'all were flipping it, so I thought it was a running joke, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to find out what the actual name."
You never will.
Right? That's the joke. We'll never get it.
I sure do love MASH.
But yeah, the first episode we didn't really get much. It's more like a wrapping up of what we already knew, and then I guess setting up for the next set of, do you do magic or not?
I did see that as a dope OP. It's about Creepy Nuts, and I first heard of Creepy Nuts. They did the OP for, I think the OP and ending for Call of the Night.
Okay.
Which is a great anime.
Okay.
Hidden Gem on High Dive.
I'll never see it.
Seen that one. Okay.
It's not even one. It's not like that.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. If it's on High Dive, I just assume it's it's by association.
I actually think you would love this one. Like, it's not what's the word?
Cringe.
Redo. Yeah.
I mean, at this point, they got more than Redo the Healer up there that's giving them a bad name.
I know, but like that's the go-to, right?
That one's hidden in the archives. You gotta look for that one now.
Yeah.
They put that one in the shame closet.
It's probably still in their top 10. Fucking.
It's probably number 1. I'm not even gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably keeping the lights on.
It's either between Redo or Domestic Girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah. What is Domestic Girlfriend?
We're not gonna go down that. We're not gonna go down that path right now.
Check it out.
High Dive?
Yeah.
Your fave.
Only recently.
Ever since Hentai Haven got taken offline.
How recent?
Chain Soldier and I do like that Ragnar Crimson. That's cool.
Bro, Ragnar
Oh,
Crimson.
you weren't lying. You really did pick up a bunch of shows.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, I need to catch up to the new episodes. Like, I forgot until I saw all the ones that I missed that were continuing shows, and I was like, oh, fuck.
I went back and added Ragnar because you're hyping it up.
I'm gonna have to put on my straw hat and figure out a way to watch it that doesn't involve High Dive.
You just don't want to touch High Dive. Like, fuck this app in particular.
When he gets on the High Dive, he's gonna be like the one reluctant one. He's like, I guess I'll watch it.
Nah, I'll just leave it up to y'all.
This podcast episode was brought to you by
Low Dive.
And then I have 2 more left. The Unwanted Undead Adventurer. I did start an episode and a half.
Damn, did nobody want him?
It's not that. It's
not.
So, well, now that you say that, yeah, I guess
after what he looks like now,
yeah. But he was just an adventurer, and he went into the dungeon, and a dragon killed him.
Took an arrow to the neck.
And then he woke up, and he was a skeleton.
Oh,
but now he's on the quest to get his body back.
Yeah, he found out that through training and killing other dungeon monsters on like the easier floors, he can start getting back his body, maybe, because he's leveling up.
So it doesn't come back in pieces, does it?
I think it's. What do you mean?
It's like skin grafts.
So, like, do you randomly just get like leg meat back?
Oh no! So it's kind of like if you think about like leveling up, like you kill
Why
stuff,
did
you
your
get
brain go to
experience.
that?
Yeah, like what?
That skeleton's got a left ear.
You're right.
Yeah, like
nah. The level up from skeleton is like a ghoul, like some rotted flesh and So I don't
eventually,
know what's the next one after that, but that's kind of like the progression. It seems like
it might go like Ghoul to Revenant or
What's a
something.
ghoul to a goblin?
Nothing.
I'm dead. But yeah, a progression of sorts through his leveling up and killing stuff before I think he can achieve his body. So
It's like working out in the winter for the summer.
yeah, exactly. Somebody tried to tell me this is basically solo leveling, but not. And I was like,
Solo leveling without meat.
yeah, I guess so.
Pause.
That skeleton ain't got no Tokyo Tower.
I was about to say.
We never did get to the point of that.
When I go through my shows.
All
There
right.
you go. The last one on my list, which I think a lot of us or most of us have started, is Bucchigiri.
I got to the first episode.
I have not
and
watched
it's
any of it.
hilarious.
What?
Yeah, so I have not watched it yet.
Brother. Well, the opening slaps.
Oh, I'll watch it today.
Yeah.
Is there a dub and a
it-
sub or just sub?
Yeah, it's the dub started.
There we go.
Yeah, I think
I'm
the
in.
first episode or two is dubbed.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's on Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Cool, as long as it's not on High Dive.
The opening gives like R&B vibes.
Show us something dull where High Dive touched you.
Yeah.
My brain.
Which one?
Hey, bud.
My Tokyo Tower.
Yeah. As you can see, the light never went off.
Oh wow! Speaking of, the director did create free, or did direct free. But yeah, it just gives me JoJo vibes. Like I don't know why. I mean, I know why. Like there's one particular reason why, but it definitely gives that. Like I love the character animation design. Like they'll have dope ass hair. Like they're all delinquents. But yeah, the director for the show did Skate to Infinity, Banana Fish and Free. The writer did Blue Lock, Ranking of Kings, Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Fruit Basket, Erased, Moriarty the Patriot, and The Millionaire Detective.
I immediately picked up on the Miss Nagatoro to humor.
Yeah. And then the composer did one of the Full Metal Alchemist OPs and I think endings. But yeah, this one is definitely we called it when we were reading it, and I think we nailed it. We nailed it. This is definitely my jam. Like this is gonna be one of the shows I can without doubt say I'm gonna finish it no matter what happens.
I love reading through the anime list and seeing something so far down, but then you see the green flags, and it's like I was going to say the Vince McMahon meme, but I don't.
Can't use that no more. Canceled.
Yo, I looked up the details of that.
Yeah, it's
that
wild.
Nasty.
What did he get canceled for?
Bro, what didn't he get canceled for?
Look, we could throw that in at the end of this.
later.
Yeah.
In fact, that should have been the Mauricio moment.
Right.
Oh my god. Look, it's up there with Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can't support that man anymore.
I mean, he's about to die, so at this point it wouldn't really like how old is Vince McMahon now?
I don't know, he's a vampire. But yeah, we hit the nail on the head with Bucchigiri because this shit is it.
I'm gonna make sure I watch that today.
Good.
Yeah,
the comedy's good.
It's going to be the one that you're looking forward to every week because it's just goofy.
Here's
funny.
Here's where I fucked up, y'all. I heard y'all talking about this I think it was last episode, and I was like, I need to watch it. And my dumbass thought y'all were talking about Butchie the Rock. So I binge watched that yesterday. I was like, this is
But that's an amazing show too, though,
It
right?
really is,
Yeah.
So I was like, they got to be talking about this, right?
So it's not like you lost out.
We
Nah, I
talked about
definitely
both of them, to be fair.
So I mean, I'm still, I enjoy the shit out of that anime, but now I realize that's not what we were talking about.
The
Because I
Blu-ray
was like,
just dropped this
shit
week too.
can't
By
be
the
a
way,
winter anime.
yeah, it's from a year ago.
Yeah.
2022 a year ago.
Yeah, did not watch it. So I mean, I did now, but not the other one we talked about. Yeah.
But yeah, check Bucci out.
Yeah.
Bucchigiri, yo.
They sound very similar. I just want y'all to know that.
Bucchigiri.
I was like, this has
Mochi,
got to be what
right?
they're watching.
Mochi.
They got bees and cheese.
Yeah, now I'm watching fucking Ranking of Kings. Like, what?
But yeah, I think that's my 9 or so that I definitely have liked and started so far that are the new shows this season.
I'll go ahead and knock mine out. Just because you went through half, we're watching the same one, so there's really not much to be said. I have Signs of Affection on here. I'm caught up. I went from the dub to the sub. Yeah, pretty much all the same shit you said. Solo Leveling we talked about. I'm watching that. Delicious in Dungeon. Also caught up on that. I'm loving every bit of that so far. Metallic Rouge, or Moulin Rouge as I've been calling it. I'm not sold on. Like, I don't hate it, but I'm not heavily involved in. Like, style wise, I love it, but I think the
Yeah.
story dragging on and not getting any answers every episode is kind of annoying. Which I get, as a build up. Maybe I'm just an impatient motherfucker, that can only do short form content now.
That's why you be going to the manga.
Yeah, true. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You microwave American.
Like I said, I don't. Did you call me a microwave?
It's called the Microwave American.
Wow.
He said TikTok's right in your brain.
I don't even be watching it like that. I don't have the time to invest like
No,
I
that's
used to.
fair.
It's
That's
okay.
fair.
TikTok is right in my brain.
We know.
You said writing or rotting?
Both.
Oh, all right.
But the real question is, are you Chinese?
Not yet.
Yo,
Surprised you didn't bring
Cherry
that up.
showed that to
You
me.
had so
That's
many
so
wild
fun.
styles.
Look, you didn't. You were hiding it. It's because you watched so much anime this week. That's what it was. He was
You
watching
missed
too
out
much
on world
anime.
news.
Usually it's the opposite.
No, I'm from Singapore.
He said, "So you ever been to China? You ever thought about China, sir? I am."
Are you working with
Singaporean.
Chinese? Are you communist?
No. Do you have a Chinese passport? No,
poor-
my
this poor
passport's
guy.
from Singapore.
Yeah.
I loved it when it got to the point where he was just looking around like, y'all here? Like, am I crazy? Like,
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, back to the list. The Witch and the Beast we talked about. Mashle we talked about. The only ones that I think I've watched that I haven't heard yet. Villain's Day Off. That's my fucking wholesome. Besides Sound of
okay.
Affection,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's romantic. Villain's Day Off is kind of like my slice of life, but it's a funny
Mhm.
slice of life because he's a villain. Like it's essentially the
Mm.
Power Rangers, and he's like Lord Zed. But when he's off, he's off. Like, don't fuck with him. And when he takes PTO, don't fuck with him. So
Okay.
like my man goes and enjoys his days. Like I think he got one of the
Is he
episodes he
black?
gets
Because
confronted.
when black people go on break, they go on break.
Nah, he's definitely about, like, he's a good manager too, because like when his people take days off, he'll be like, why are you coming into work, bro? Like, go take care of
I like
yourself. It's
it.
your day off. So he's a millennial manager. Yeah, that's my fun comedy slice of life anime for the season. I'm not caught up on Tales of Wedding Rings, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it. I think that's the one I'm gonna drop. I went 3 episodes in, and I'm not like sold on it. I don't really
What was
have the
that one
time.
again?
I
That's
saw that just recently. but
yeah.
What
I
is
believe
it about?
there's a dub too, but I watched the first 2 episodes sub. It's on Crunchyroll. It's about this princess that comes into the real world and meets this little boy, and the little boy kind of takes him and her grandfather in. But he's so young, he doesn't really remember what happened or where she came from, because she came out of a portal. And then she's bringing him back to her fantasy land to pretty much court him into being the husband, but he's got to fight off all these other people and monsters and shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know. It's not enough to keep me invested.
Okay. It sounds interesting. So for it to not measure up to like what it's supposed to be,
I think
it's pretty
like
sad.
how many anime are we watching this season? Sounds like it's easy for me to like drop that one off compared to everything else
Yeah,
I'm
that's
watching.
fair.
Like, it's lower on the list. Like, when I watch Villain Days Off, I'm not watching that for a serious plot. I'm just watching that because it's funny. And it's like, it's not, there's a over looming plot, but it's not crazy where it's like each episode something crazy happens.
I feel that. I feel like Sasaki and Peeps is similar for like that for me, because it's just like fantasy, and like one of the things that they like to do for the show is like food.
Yeah.
So like there's like a whole like restaurant that he created, and like there's a chef. They're trying to prepare like unique foods and shit. So like that's like a I'm watching it. There is a plot, but it's kind of like it's more funny than and wholesome than anything.
And that's how Villain's Day Off is. There'll be episodes where he's like trying to find the perfect, like he's obsessed with pandas, so he'll go out and purposely find panda desserts. There's a
Oh,
whole
that's cute.
little episode where he's like going to each convenient mart trying to find these panda shaped buns from like from Family Mart. Like he's just going to each one trying to find the ones that they have. And then by the time he
Okay.
works up the courage to eat the panda one, the seasonal rotation's out. So it's like shit like that. What else? I watched the One Piece one shot that was on Netflix. Monsters 103 Mercy's Dragon Damnation. That one was pretty
Long ass
good.
name.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just it's monsters. You might as well just call it monsters. It was from what he created, what Oda created before One Piece came out. That was his one shot. That kind of birthed One Piece. Which is crazy because the show's not really it's about a wandering samurai for the most part. But it's an easy watch. It does link to One Piece because the samurai that's wandering is one of the swords that Zoro gets later on in the anime. It's his sword. But it was a quick watch. It was fun. It wasn't bad. I think the dub was up the same day as the sub.
Nice.
What else am I watching that wasn't mentioned? The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
Oh, so you were watching
I
it.
am watching it. Yeah, I'm 2 episodes in. I don't hate it. It's dubbed too, so it's on Crunchyroll.
Nice.
It's funny because he's not supposed to be there. The king is funny as fuck when he gets transported because it's an isekai, or the dude the 3 get teleported, and he just happens to be with the 2 others that were meant to be there.
Oh, I'm remembering now. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's like the weaker one.
Yeah, and he's not really supposed to be
Yeah.
there, and they're all getting their classes of what what magic they're meant to do there, and then he gets his,
Yeah.
and then it kind of ensues from there because there's a warrior or a teacher, a mage that's like she needs healers, and the king tries to send him back and tries to hide him from her. And she like takes down half his guards to get to him so she could train him. So
Oh wow.
yeah, but it's a comedy action. And I think that's all I'm really. I think that's everything from my list. Besides everything that you mentioned, I didn't go back through and speak on the ones you hit on, Denzel, because we're watching the same ones.
Damn. All right, I might have to check some of those out.
Besides Bocchi the Rock.
Besides 2022's Bucci the Rock.
Yeah. Go back and watch it if you haven't.
Did you hear me want to say the Blu-ray drop this week?
Bocchi the Rock did?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know if I like it enough that I'd buy it.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I mean, like I like it, but I don't know if I would like, when I think music anime, it's like it's funny, it's cute, but it's no You're Lying April. You know what I mean? Like I would buy that shit.
Okay.
It's no Beck. I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mongolian Chop Squad.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
I ain't had Mongolian barbecue in a long time.
Look what you started, Tiff.
Neither have
y'all haven't either.
I mean, I know the best spot.
Hey, let me know.
That military highway in Virginia Beach, Warriors Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah, but that shit gave me the shits. The 2 times I went there.
That's how you know.
That's how you know.
But it was like instant, bro. There was no time.
That sounds like a you thing. Did you not sprinkle the rice into your noodles?
Bro, I eat everything when they give it to me. It has nothing to do.
I don't know what to say then, because it didn't do that to me. But yeah, I got a whole strategy. Like, you get 2 bowls, but then they'll cook it down to 1 bowl, but they only charge you for the 1 bowl. But as long as you tip them and you make sure they see you put the money in the jar, and then you sprinkle the rice in with your noodles, and man, look, oh man.
Y'all should go this week.
Right?
Next time I'm in Virginia, I'm down.
But yeah, for me, my list, I got 2 levels. I got the ones I'm going to watch this one, try to keep up with for the podcast, and then the ones I'll watch later, all after the fact. So currently, Bucchigiri, Chain Soldier, or only watched first episode of Bucchigiri. Chain Soldier, haven't started yet. Classroom the Elite Season 3, watched first episode of that. Delicious in Dungeon, 5 episodes in, which I think that's all that's out so far.
Yeah, you're killing it on that one.
Because I put it on while I was working, and it just played through.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I was telling Denzel I wasn't even sure like what episode I was on until it ended and I ran out of
Yeah.
episodes. But yeah, it's nice. Also going to do Fire Hunter season 2, which is actually it's part 2. They didn't even make it as season 2 because I was like, where is it? And I was like, oh, they just added the episodes on to the first section. So part 2 of that, I haven't started it yet. Still watching free run. Hokkaido girls are super adorable. I watched the first episode this morning, and that's where the the Tokyo Tower joke comes from.
Okay.
It's if you like, it's not full on Miss Nigatoro, but it's romantic comedy.
Okay.
Like it's that like cute girl awkward guy, but it's funny enough. So I'm gonna keep watching. But the funniest thing about it though is so Hokkaido is in the north of Japan, right? Like that's where it gets all the snow and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the dub, they made this girl have a Canadian accent.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Bruh.
I was weak. Yeah, but other than that, like it I was smiling the whole time. It was funny. Ashura, but I haven't started it yet. Metallic Rouge, we talked about that. I watched the first episode. I'm I'm excited. That's my thing. Solo leveling haven't started. Continuing Undead Unluck. Witch and the Beast haven't started, and Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic haven't started. So that's like what I'm trying to
What you're
get
gonna
done.
keep up with.
Yeah, keep up with. And the stuff I'm saving for later. Blue Exorcist season 3.
Same.
The Dangers in My Heart season 2. High
People
Card
are
season
talking
2.
about that one.
I still didn't watch the first season.
Yeah, I was thinking about binging it and see if it was possible.
Check the first season and see how you feel about it. I think it should be dubbed by now. That's a High Dive one, or I don't know if it's a High Dive one, but it's on High Dive.
Yeah.
High Card season 2. Mashle or Mashle, whatever. I haven't started that though. Sinduality Nar Part 2. Still haven't started because I was waiting for Disney to put out the damn dub. Still ain't put out the dub. Tsukumichi Moonlit Fantasy Season 2. Still haven't started it. And I got Undead Unwanted Adventurer for later. And Yurusei Yatsura Season 2. All that's like later on.
I will say, isn't there Bang Brave Bang Bravern? Isn't that a mecha for this season? I was surprised you didn't have that on your list.
What?
Bang Bros.
I gotta go look it up because that's not one we mentioned on the preview episode. It was probably sub 20.
Probably.
Now I gotta go look. You said, say that again.
Bang Brave
Bros.
Yeah, Bang Bros. Bang again, but Bravern.
You can't get that in your state.
Oh, I forgot. You guys got locked out of that,
Damn.
didn't you? Damn. It's wild.
I mean, yeah, then.
Yeah.
They can't contain me.
Perfect time to bring up our sponsor, NordVPN. Use code BROTAKUBANGS to get an additional 30% off.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through the list. I don't see this. The winner.
Maybe it's the Japanese name.
What's the Japanese one?
Yuki Bakuhatsu Ban Buriban. Bureban?
But it's alright. That's my list. So we can wrap it up with the games.
Whew, boy, do I have a lot for games. Yeah, way more than I thought I was gonna have, to be honest. Yeah, we'll start with Tekken 8 came out. If you haven't gotten it, go get it. The story mode is immaculate. It's fucking
You
wild.
got it. Get it.
Is
Yeah.
it PlayStation only?
Yeah,
Still?
no, you can get it on Steam. PlayStation and Steam. You can get.
It's
Oh
on
yeah, you can get it
Xbox?
on Xbox. Yeah, it's on everything.
Has Tekken ever been on Xbox?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
only once.
I don't know. In my head, it's a PlayStation one.
It is.
Okay.
Street Fighter 5 did that, where it was Sony only.
I definitely have a Street Fighter 4 on Xbox though. I hate that shit. Drives me crazy. Like either everywhere, like having specific ones that are just exclusive. Like I had Final Fantasies on Xbox because that's what I was like playing the most, and
Yeah.
then they went
Mhm.
back to Sony only, and I was like, all
Yep.
right, well,
Well, I think what's happening too is it'll drop, but it'll be like 2 years after the game's already been out. When it drops for the other
okay,
consoles. Um, Kind of like what Spotify's doing with their podcast now,
okay.
where nobody has an
Side note:
exclusivity deal to Spotify.
Trevor's Noah's Spotify podcast is pretty good. I listened to the Kevin Hart, Janelle Monáe, and Quinta Brunson interviews.
Yeah.
They're pretty good, or especially the Kevin Hart one. That shit was funny. He's talking about how he was a swimmer, and Trevor was like, "I thought only tall people were good swimmers," and he's like, "What do you mean by that?"
Yeah, I think I saw the clips for that one.
Yeah, it was
I gotta
good.
check that out because right now I'm telling you, Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp and Cameron and Mace, they have me dying.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I don't keep up with them, but I've seen some clips, especially for Cameron and Mace. Cameron is
It's like he's acting like how I want to act, but he's got the money for it.
Did you see the episode where they're talking about the basketball player's wife that dapped up James Harden after her husband lost?
Yeah.
And like Mace was trying to say, nah, she's a good girl, Cam. She's a good girl. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, she's a good girl. But you know what I'm saying, right? These hoes ain't.
It's great, man. Like, oh, Cameron's unhinged.
Deep
Yeah.
dived off of Tekken.
Right.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go back to
So
high
yeah,
score boy. Take it away.
Tekken 8 came out, right? It's good, but
The
it's
gameplay looks
also-
really good though.
Yeah, but it's also shown who's dropped off the fighting leaderboards as far as what's being played and watched right now. Mortal Kombat 1 took a deep dive, bro. Like gone.
Hell yeah.
Like it's like
Wow.
nobody's playing that shit now compared to
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 and Tekken and everything else that's
How
been
long
out.
ago did that one come out?
God, like what, 4 months ago? It hasn't been that
They
long.
put out bad product.
September, August is the time frame that Street Fighter 1 or Mortal Kombat 1 came out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tekken 8 is superior.
But for it to drop as bad as it's dropping, that's crazy in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
people are
Tekken-
playing Mortal Kombat 11 more than they are Mortal Kombat 1.
Yep.
That's crazy. I was gonna say Tekken introducing that one button mode that you can do in competitor mode is crazy.
I turned that shit off.
Street Fighter did the same shit though.
They did.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 has I think it's called God, we were just talking about this the other day. The mode is it's like you can play classic arcade mode or controls, and they have a new one that's like Maurice, what's it called? The new Street
I
Fighter.
forgot.
It's
Easy mode
the
for the
button
sense.
layout. It just makes it super easy. Like you don't have to do anything for the combos.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't like it because I feel like it's too easy.
I gotta look this shit up.
It
It's gonna bother
probably
me.
needs to have its own like its own rank or like not being ranked. 'Cause
It's
it
called
does kinda
modern.
take away
So
from like people who sit there and study the button combination, so it's more masterful versus
It's called
someone who
modern.
yep, that's why those people were like. That's why you had casuals going online and like killing people because they have the modern controls
Yeah.
now. When Street Fighter 6 first came out,
All the people younger than us who got participation trophies for losing baseball games. That's good for them.
yep, that's what it's for, Maurice. But yeah,
Now they
then
don't have to fly their loss.
PlayStation 5 had their showcase this week where they showed off the Death Stranding 2 trailer, which Kojima was just fucking. I don't get it. Like I think I've talked shit about Death Stranding 1 on this podcast before and how it's just UPS or Amazon the game.
Yeah.
The trailer for Death Stranding 2 was just like it. Like when you get a chance, watch it because it's bizarre as fuck. I don't know. Like it makes me want to go back and play the first game because the second trailer is so unhinged.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And then he also announced Psychsnit, which is an action game he's in the middle of creating. That's going to be a lot like Metal Gear.
Oh
So,
shoot.
yeah, we might have our like. Obviously, we're not going to get any more Metal Gear games, but this will be like a spiritual successor.
I'm hyped for that.
Sonic X Generations came out or got announced, which is just it's a remake for 2025 featuring Shadow, probably playing off of the Sonic 3 movie that's about to come out.
Facts.
Dave the Diver got announced for console, which was a big Steam game that came out back in May, and now I think it's going to be for Xbox too, but it got announced for PlayStation Showcase, and they got a Godzilla DLC coming out for it.
Whoa.
What else? Silent Hill dropped the new trailer for the Silent Hill 2 remake. That was really good. And then they also dropped a free-to-play game, Silent Hill: The Short Message, for PS5. It's like a 2-hour play. I actually played it. I didn't play. We collectively played it Friday night. A lot of suicide awareness hotline numbers came up like every every like 20 minutes or after a big scene. So it's heavy into the suicide play for the game.
What's happening in Silent Hill?
Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. Like the main antagonist or the thing that's chasing you isn't really scary. It's more like a symbolism type thing.
Damn.
But that's free to play. It was kind of just a random drop. They dropped it the day they did the showcase. What else did they fucking drop? Dragon's Dogma 2. That trailer got announced during the PlayStation showcase. Which if you played the first one, it's an old Capcom game. No one ever thought was going to get a remake, or not a remake, but a sequel at all. They're calling it the Elden Ring killer. At least that's what that's what people are alluding to. The Until Dawn game is getting a remaster for PS5 with updated new character actors, because you know that series actually uses real actors in their games.
Yeah.
So, what's his name? Is it Remick from Mr. Robot? And what else was he in? He was the bad guy in the Bond movie.
Raimi?
Yeah.
Rami Malek.
Yeah, he's
Rami
one of the main
Malek,
characters
Rami
in that
Malek,
game.
so.
Yeah.
And he looks
Rami Malek?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in the Until Dawn, the OG game, and now he's just got updated graphics where he looks more like himself.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah. And then the game I was most excited for that they announced was Rise of the Ronin, which kind of reminds me of a Ghost of Tsushima gameplay style, set in Yamanote or Yokohama, Edo period. Yeah.
Mr. Huntley.
Yep. But it's like Assassin's Creed meets Sekiro.
Oh, dude, that sounds fire.
Yeah, that shit looks dope. So when that comes out, I'm excited. And then to cap off game news, Palworld.
Palmon. Yeah, shout out to Digimon.
Yeah, Palworld has ranked in more than 7 million players across Xbox and Windows PC, peaking at nearly 3 million active daily users. It broke records. Like the servers were fucked up. Pokemon and Pokemon fans are all in a rut because of this game. I did download it and I did finally play. I played it for about 30 minutes. I don't know, there's something satisfying about beating one of them with a stick. So, and apparently you can catch people too now. So it's full slavery. It's not even just.
I saw the dude on the TikTok catching a trader. I was like, "What is this? Why are you putting a trader to work? He's supposed to sell you goods."
No, he's making you goods now.
Right.
Yeah, what are the spec requirements? I might download this.
I don't know that off the top of my head, sir. A computer, Xbox. If you got an Xbox, you can just download it.
If you got to ask the spec requirements, you don't fit the spec requirements.
Damn.
That's how that works.
Honestly,
yeah. I could definitely see how it's a rip-off Pokemon though. Like they went heavy. Like some of them are just color palette changes. Like it's wild. But I mean, they can't do anything about it. So.
Yeah, I do think it's weird that people are saying that they wish Pokemon would do this concept, but Pokemon kind of did do that concept. It's just maybe they didn't allow you to build, because that's like the one thing that might be the bigger difference. Because they gave you an open world, you had to create your Pokeballs and stuff or buy them when you got eventually further in the game.
Are you talking about Arceus?
So I think. Yeah, so I'm kind of surprised why people are so upset about it.
Not to the full extent.
On like platform.
Like this is different. Like once you play it, you'll get it, because it's like it's.
I did play it. I played it for like half an hour.
Oh, okay. So I mean, like I got like Breath of the Wild vibes meets Pokemon, where you could do a lot more.
Yeah, I guess the thing that they wanted is that you wanted to do more stuff, not necessarily Pokemon related, but just stuff.
Not the same old shit that you do every Pokemon game. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can see why Pokemon doesn't care to do that, because then they're investing into like Animal
Crossing
level stuff where it's like now we're taking away from like what Pokemon is, because now we're just doing a world and throwing a bunch of stuff in it. So I could see why they're like teeter-tottering it.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, like,
yeah,
I think even if every time they've tried, it's kind of been a fail on the Pokemon front, because even with
yeah,
Sword and Shield, they tried to do something new where they changed the formula of how you beat the game.
yeah.
Or not Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. There's no gym bosses in that game. It's more like territories.
True.
So
Also, it's gang violence.
yeah, it is gang violence. Because you go to they mixed in like Hogwarts Legacy, because you go to the school and then you're kind of like you're put in a class and then you're going to school to learn, which is weird because you got to go to each professor's thing. You get items and specialty things
Yeah.
from each professor. But then your other side story is, fighting off the people that are taking over the territories that are former students.
Yikes.
But it didn't translate as well as people thought it would. And then it was glitchy
Yeah.
as fuck when it came out.
I haven't finished it yet, which is crazy. Like I beat the story, but like I haven't actually beat the game, if that makes sense. I haven't caught all the
You didn't
legendaries.
you do the post story?
I don't think I finished it yet because I know what happens, but I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen the scenes with the dude.
Yeah. So Palworld is
And the-
more unhinged, and I mean, like any time where you can, literally throw fists
Enslave things
and
yeah.
beat the shit out of a Pokemon or a
Yeah.
pal. Like,
did you see how high you could stack?
yeah,
Dude, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah,
I thought dude was gonna die.
yeah, man. It's wild. Like I think it's the amount of things you're able to do in a free world Pokemon game that's not Pokemon.
Yeah, but
Or
I
open
will
world.
say by them doing this, I
'Cause
mean,
ain't nobody
it
free.
kind of lends to like now Pokemon has a reason to do it because they've
That's
seen
true.
proof of concept.
They probably won't do it to the same extent. Like I can't see Pikachu holding a gun,
Right.
but I mean they
But
might do a form of it.
Yeah, they might do. I mean,
Taser.
Nintendo already does other games
Say
like
taser.
Zelda. To your point, so like now it gives them reason to do Zelda Pokemon,
Yeah, I mean they need to.
and it can be on Switch, so you don't have to get what's the handheld PC thing?
Which one? There's several now.
The main one, I guess.
There's the Steam Deck. There's the Lenovo Legion Go.
You have
The
like a Steam Deck or something to play
Rogue
it.
Ally. But yeah, that was all I had for gaming news. It was a lot.
Yeah, I forgot the PS5 or the PlayStation Summit thing did happen, so that makes more sense. Did anybody else have anything before we wrapped up for the week?
Nope.
Nah.
I think next episode we're gonna talk more about the new shows for the season. We'll be more caught up. We'll be probably at the halfway mark for each show for the most part. So we'll kind of have an idea of, is this gonna pan out to be good or not?
Are you wasting your time?
Yeah, I think at that halfway point, if you're watching a show you like and it doesn't really pick up and it's just kind of stagnant, then it's not gonna move the needle unless they do some like cliffhanger shit at the end of the season, which would also not be good.
Exactly.
Solo leveling.
So, hey, I'm expecting it, but I'm holding out. I'm
Calling
holding
it.
out.
It's happening.
I'm holding out.
Solo's going good so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The story's entertaining, but it's like what's the big bad? Like, what's the big issue? Like, what's the reason to other than just I'm playing Final Fantasy? Like, what's the thing?
Yeah.
So, all right. You can catch us at brotakublock.com. We are on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and on all streaming platforms. Where can they catch you at Tiffzilla?
Tiff from My Anime List and Letterboxd and Blue Sky. Listen to the movie podcast. Same places. Listen to the Secret Group of Brown Kids at the Movies.
Hey, what about you, Mighty Mauricio?
You can catch me with my head down, minding my business.
Taking W's in Tekken 8.
Mm-hmm.
You mean L's? This Mauricio.
He was taking
ain't taking
W's.
no
I seen
W's.
it.
Where
I seen it live. He took some W's.
Mm-hmm.
was this? A dream
I
state you
seen
were
it
in?
live. No, unfortunately, it was real life. I
I've
seen it.
never. I don't think
It
I've
was the
ever
Lunar New
seen
Year.
Mighty Mauricio take a W in front of me when it comes to any fighting game.
He took a round 6 dub, like all like final round. He took a clutch
Mhm.
win. I
Mm.
seen it.
How old was the
Mhm.
little
don't
girl
know
he
her.
was beating up on that had never
Grown
played the game
man.
before?
I did a little girl win.
He
Uh-huh.
let a little girl win, and he beat a grown man in that round 6 who was
Uh-huh.
playing on a board,
Mm-hmm.
arcade board.
Mm.
Yeah, saying he might be training. He knows
Uh-huh.
training art. Where can they catch you at, Prince Petty?
They can't. So that's it. That's the episode. Go home.
So you're not in Palworld?
Nah, don't look for me in Palworld either. I don't need people to. That'll be why I get canceled.
You'll see his sweatshop.
Yeah.
I need this game.
All right, y'all. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.